Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander. I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Today, we have my co-host, Kelly. Are you there, Kelly?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Happy 4th of July.
Hi, Kelly. Happy
4th
of July to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and also, we have my other co-host, Barbara. Are you there, Barbara?
Yes, it's me. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Okay. Now, today we have our Life, Laughter, Happiness psychic, Vanessa Orr. Are you there, Vanessa?
I am here.
Hi,
Now,
Vanessa.
I guess I wanted
Hi,
to kind
Vanessa.
of be in touch on what you were saying.
Hey, Barbara.
Before the show, you were talking about, because today our special guest, you were talking to our special guest about this, and I wanted to know if you could reiterate. But after you, Barbara, can you introduce our special guest for us?
I would love to. Alexandra Lamas is our special guest today, and she recently had a chakra healing by Kelly, and it was such a wonderful experience for her. She thoroughly enjoyed it. And so a lot of you already know that she's a very close friend, and she's a wonderful young lady that is getting straight A's in college, which is so very difficult, studying psychology. And so what warms my heart so much is when my close friends get so interested in this, what I'm doing, and they want to seek out spirituality, and they're so interested in talking open to what I'm offering them and coming on the show. That really, it makes me feel good, and then we have that to talk to in our friendship, and it's so inspiring. And thank you so much, Vanessa, for being here today, and I chose you specifically for Alexandra. I think that you're going to give her such a great reading. She's young, and she's got a lot going on, so has probably some interesting questions for you today. So,
well, Barbara, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hello,
Yeah, Alexandra.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Jonathan. It's nice to be
Hello,
back
Alexandra.
on the show again.
Oh, it's great to have you. Are you still doing well after your chakras?
Yeah, I've been really feeling so much more positivity, and I've noticed just in times that I do get more anxious, than other days, I really am more mindful of what I'm feeling, and I try to stay in the present. And I've been feeling so much more relaxed and peaceful and at ease with myself recently, and since the chakra healing, which, it's really stood out to me. Just because I'm the type to think more about the future, and I worry more about, I'm in school, I'm a college student, I worry about, what's my career going to be, or even though I do have a direction, you do have those doubts sometimes as you're young and trying to figure everything out. But I've been way more at ease with that, I feel like. And so, yeah.
Oh, I have a little trick I have a little trick about when I was writing research papers for my master's, my MBA, and also when I was going through project management licenses, Alexandra, I would write down that I had already completed, say, that particular paper. So if you're writing a paper on, I don't know, let's be ultra general here. I have an A on the paper, or how about this? I research perfectly articulated APA researched criterion for my paper for, psychology 305 for, and then the date. And you make it so specific that suddenly you realize the paper's written and that grade comes in. It happened every time. I had a 3.9 in MBA school. So, and I can only attribute that to, getting on my knees and in prayer, but also writing it down. I can't stress enough about you know how we make lists? That will take a load
Yeah.
off your mind. Yes.
That's great. That kind of reminds me of just manifesting it before, so that, and keeping a positive mindset too, because if you're always, you know, writing down that you're completing something, and then not only when you actually complete it, you're justifying the positive thoughts from before, but it's like you don't have those doubts readily there because you're physically and actively writing down something that is going to lead to an actual doing, versus I feel like so many of my thoughts, you know, about assignments and projects, most of the time are negative. Like, I'm not going to get the grade I want. I'm not going to write, you know, I'm not going to finish this. It's not going to be as well as I think. But then I do end up getting a good grade, but I always doubt myself, and I feel like it would really help to just actively be positive and practice that, so that maybe my thoughts can therefore reflect the actions, the doing. You know, I think that would really be beneficial.
Yeah, it is beneficial. I can't stress enough. I tell all my clients. I was telling another client last evening, and she kind of laughed at me because I say it all the time. Write it down,
Mm-hmm.
and it's astonishing how, you know, you are already actively doing it. I do see that you put a load of pressure on yourself. They're talking to me about the investment of the tuition, and then there's the books, and it looks like there's a bunch of fees, and you are cognizant of the investment behind school. And there's not a lot of people that would really consider it that far, but it's added pressure, and you take it very seriously, they said.
Yeah.
So they're showing me yeah, you do. I really sense it. I pick it up very strongly on your left side. And I think I've said enough about this on this show, but I'll say it again, is that we take in energies on our left, and they exit us on our right. And it's very prominently, very heavy on your right side. And not that this matters that much, but they are pointing out to me that this has a very heavy male gender assignment to it. And I know that's very odd how I said that, but these are the words that they're sharing with me. So there must be someone behind the investment of the tuition, that it weighs heavily on you, and you want to respectfully honor that investment, is what I'm picking up. So not to worry, you glide through, and it looks to me, of course, that you go on to get your master's, unless you're doing your master's already.
No, I'm a junior.
Are you thinking
I'm in my
about
third
it?
year. I have been thinking about it, but I actually I was thinking about marriage and family therapy, and just recently I kind of switched over to pursuing psychiatry. So I was looking to do a post-bac program to prepare for the MCAT and prepare for medical school. But I was thinking about getting a master's before I had, this was like recent, a month and a half ago, when I decided to kind of switch directions.
Well, it's very interesting because they did show me a doctorate. So
really?
It looks like, So, but they also talk about you working while going to school.
Yes, I do work while I get, and I have to. I do have to work while I'm in school,
Is this essentially a work study where you work inside your major, but you get paid for the study? Is that how that works?
I have an internship now.
Okay.
I don't get paid for it, but I get a lot of hands-on experience, like a lot of advanced exposures, and I do some data entry, but I have a side job. I work as a hostess at a restaurant, so I do that on weekends so that I can make money at the same time. But there's a lot on my plate. I do feel like I'm constantly just I have to be doing things all the time. But I think that it's just because it's become such a routine to have so much in my schedule that when I do have downtime, it feels like I'm missing something, like something is I should be doing, but I'm not doing. So it's weird.
Stressful for you to work, but you feed off the stress?
I think I like feeling like I'm doing
integrated
a lot, but at the same time, I do wish that I had more time to focus on myself, like just take a second to kind of look and feel internally and think about, like, okay, maybe I should take a deep breath right now because I don't think about breathing enough. I notice that, and I stay a lot in my head a lot versus really try to be in the moment and be okay with not thinking about completing the next thing on my list in my head. So I've been working at that for like a couple months now, and I feel like I've been really improving from that, and I've lessened some pressure. I do still feel like I'm hard on myself, but I feel like that's what motivates me in a way. But at the same time, I do feel like I need to lessen it so that I'm not overwhelming myself at the same time. So
yeah, they keep showing me that you never take your finger off the button. It's like you're constantly pushing, and you never give yourself that break. I guess that's really a very honorable and, well, here's the blessing card again that came up in the angel reading just now, that this show and Barbara and Kelly and Jonathan have all supernaturally invited you to this show in order to get this relief that's sweeping through you. And I really sense that you need this because they keep showing me, I'm going to repeat myself, that you never, you just always are prodding yourself. You never allow yourself to let that carrot, you know how you heard to keep the carrot out in front of the horse?
Yeah.
So that the horse will continue to plow its row, which is kind of cruel. So, you know, in a way, you're very hard on yourself. But here it is, the blessing card that came up. They're talking about how the blessings come in forms of friends and family and the beneficial situations, and as is life, laughter, happiness. And the chakra
I don't mind taking some credit for this. That makes me feel good. Hey, everything happens for a reason. Because a lot of people, I mean, I've known her since she was a baby, but there was many years where we weren't close, and we were 5 years old when we were really close. And then all these years later, now I'm in Huntington Beach close to you, and it's like you came into my life, and we clicked, you guys. I mean, we really just clicked. And every time she comes up, she's here at my house, usually doing the show.
That's really sweet.
So that's really cool. Awesome. That is a blessing.
Yeah, that's.
Would you be doing this if it wasn't for?
No.
Okay.
Well, I've
that's
always
the connectivity.
But it's actual doing, you know, and making it happen. And that was the harder part.
Cool. Well, do you have questions about the career? So she said that the doctorate, and so what your direction is like?
Yeah,
your decision's good.
Yeah. I mean, I've never doubted. I've always studied what I really loved, and for me, the hardest part was figuring out what to do with psychology because there's so much that you can, like so many directions that you can go into with the degree. So for me, I was kind of struggling in because I loved everything. So I was like, what can I really do? And I feel like I just wouldn't be satisfied with just a master's and being a therapist, although I think that they are amazing. I just knew I wouldn't be satisfied with just staying there. And I don't know why, but I feel like I just wouldn't. I would want to go all the way to the top, at least try to go all the way to the top before I climbed back down the ladder. But yeah, I've that's why I changed my direction. I feel like there's also such a need for psychiatrists and actual good ones. So that's why I chose that. But yeah, I had some trouble with direction in regards to the position and sticking with it, although I've always loved psych ever since I was in high school. So that was the hardest part.
If I access this reading and I tell you what I'm shown, because I've heard you say psychiatry, and I haven't heard that. Yeah. Now I have a question. Psychiatry requires medical school. Is that true or false?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are headed towards, you are headed towards medical school. Is that right?
Yes. I'm not pre-med right now, but I'm planning on doing an extra year. It's a post-bac program, and they help you.
Okay.
They help you kind of get all the requirements done and help you study for the MCAT and all of that. So I'm planning on doing that after I graduate and get my bachelor's degree.
Well, I've heard all that, but it's so funny because I see something different. But, you know, I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to say that in this reading we add a road. We add a road, okay? And here's the road that they show me. They show me, and yes, you get the master's. Yes, you focus in children's psychology. This isn't the road you're talking about, though, because when we're talking about MCAT, you know, obviously this is the medical school that you have to take the route towards for psychiatry. This is a long road because this will add at least 8 years well, if you add in next year, it'll be 10 years that you'll be in school. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. All right. So the proclivity, as you're talking about, is family and marriage. And I definitely saw children's psychology. Okay. So they are talking about the angels that you are to call on. These are what they call home angels for you. So home angels around you that you call on and help ask for help and guidance. And there's nothing that can escape you in the scope of prayer. So always pursue that. Always write down what you want. If you were to take a short tour through my house here, I even surprised myself how many journals I have. And the journals all contain prayers. They all contain requests. And I can go through periodically and tick off. And I have forgotten about it. I have literally forgotten about more than half the things I've written down, Alexandra.
Oh, wow.
So, yes. One of the things I wrote down was to be on another radio show. And I didn't. Look what happened.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yep.
I actually used to do vision boards when I was younger, like around 12 to 13, and I made a vision board where I'd cut out magazines, like words in magazines or photographs, and I'd make a collage of everything, and I would put it on a poster board and hang it on my wall in my room, and I would look at it every day and kind of just say out loud to myself, you know, this and this is going to happen, and I'd say when, and I looked back because this poster board got lost, and then now I have it in my apartment because when moving from home to college, I unpacked everything, and mostly all of the things I put on this board came true, which is pretty crazy because I was looking back as like a 20-year-old at things that I wished for when I was 12, and some of them were like clear skin or braces, and I actually got braces because I didn't have, you know, straight teeth, and all these things kind of like lined up, there was also one about my ex-boyfriend in high school. I put date, his name was Dylan, so I put date Dylan in 2012, and I did.
Wow.
I dated him for 7 years, and it's so weird, and I was looking back, and I was like,
wow, that is cool.
That's amazing.
Wow. Yeah.
It's very inspirational.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. It's funny you should say that because I am doing work here every day for clients because I can tell in a reading that they might get a little tired in a reading, you know, towards the end, because it is a lot of information that they start owning, Alexandra. And so then I'll say to them, look, I'll do the work here for you. And it's my honor to do it. And I have certain things that I do here, certain modalities and principles that I practice that I put into play. And it's when you do these things, it's obvious. I mean, we hear the word intention a lot, but it's amazing when you write those things down, how it manifests. But it's also interesting to me when I listen to the mindset of the client, for example. It doesn't happen all the time, but you can hear the fatigue in a reading. And I think it's because the reading starts revealing so much to them that it's a release during the reading, that when I say to them, and now when we hang up, be sure to go write down X, Y, Z, and you can tell it's not going to happen. So as a friend and I'm a conduit, I will do that for them. And that's what you've been doing for yourself on the vision board. And it is amazing how it comes to pass. And universe gives us so many platforms to practice this tool of manifestation. It's practically unending. Yeah. So, yes. So I like that we're having this show tonight, encompassing you and helping this be a tool for others like you, no matter what age we are and what walk of life we're in, that they can emulate what they're hearing tonight through what you've demonstrated and talked about just now.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
That's really helpful.
Very inspirational. Yes. It's one of the things if they taught this in school, can you imagine how successful kids would be in school? Adults would be in school. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, they need to. And then you can incorporate this into when you have your career.
Yeah.
How wonderful.
Yes,
that's thought too.
I mean, planting a seed basically right now.
Yeah.
Wow, this is really important. You could change the world.
Gosh, I mean, that would be, I feel like with other people, and you can really make big changes. But it comes through the system. That's why I wanted to go into psychiatry, just because I don't think the system's set up right. But
okay, well then.
But that's something else.
Let's get to the chase about the juicy stuff here with the boyfriend that's coming back from.
Oh yes. Okay, so I have a boyfriend, and he's coming back after about a month and a half of not seeing him, and I'm kind of nervous because I've got so used to being alone now, and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited, but at the same time I'm like, because he's going to visit for a while, so it's going from, he was out of the country, so the time change was, I was only talking to him like at most 30, 40 minutes a day, and now we're going to see each other for like days.
And he's getting very serious.
And he is very serious. So, yeah, I wanted to dive into that, like the love section.
You want me to tell you something about that, Alexandra? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. What if I said that I'm showing that there's a diversion of vibrations here?
Okay, what does that mean?
There's a shift here. Does he come back? Yes. Are the vibrations different when you meet up face to face? I get a yes. So the reason you're nervous is that it is sitting crosswise with your heart chakra. So I want you to be prepared that you will find yourself having, okay, let me give it to you like this. There's a scale that I use. It's called the Edwards scale. It's a vibration scale of 0 to 1,000. Your vibration is X. This guy's vibration is Y. It's not caught up to X. So you know how it works with algebra. You have Y on, okay. So we have Y on the line. X is up. Yeah. There's a difference. So I want you to be prepared for that. Can you give him
and is that
a leg
from
up?
Me?
Yeah, it's coming from you. Can I ask you a question? When you ask this question, is this coming from me? Can you clarify that for me?
Like, is this a difference in my vibrations, or is it like mutual with both of us, or is it him? Is it like, where are you getting the sense of difference?
okay, I think if I understand your question right, I'm muscle testing. And I'm also being shown, so I'm muscle testing if what I'm being shown is accurate. So your vibration, let's put it this way, is advanced. If you'd like me to find out what that vibration is on that scale, I can tell you. I can tell you what his vibration is, but his is lower than yours. Now, here's a question for you. Do you see yourself as a teacher? Because this is what you will be, because you will be the teacher and he will be the student when he shows up.
Okay.
So you'll be more advanced when he shows up. You okay with that?
And advanced in what way exactly?
Okay. Intellectually, not that he's not, that he's behind you, but he is behind you. He's been doing different things. You've been focused a lot on school. Your vibration is a little, it is different. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It's different. If you want me to tell you what the difference is, and point-wise, it's quite a bit. Hold on a second. It's about 235 points on the Edwards scale difference. I know that doesn't mean anything to you, but it means a lot to me. It's that you are the leader in this coupleship. So when you meet with him, it's going to be wonderful to see him, but you're going to realize that you're going to have to, he's going to have to catch up to you.
Okay.
Or you want to do that? Yeah. You're going to have to be the teacher. Okay. Oh, that's all right.
I like to be the teacher. I like to know that I'm the leader. I feel like more than the other way around.
Okay.
I do see boredom sometimes because I like to be challenged, but at the same time, usually I am the teacher in a relationship, and I don't know really why that is, but usually I end up being the teacher, I feel like.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, then that's the fit for you right now, but it won't be the fit for you for all that long. So just so you are aware of that, it's my job to share that kind of criterion with you.
Okay. Yeah, no, I do. I feel like I push him a lot to find a direction with his life because he was doing acting. He was doing acting actually for some time. He dropped out of college actually the same year that I'm in now. He's 24 and I'm 21. So he dropped out to do acting and he did it for 2 years and it wasn't really working out. And he would always take out his stress on the relationship because he wasn't feeling like he was getting anywhere with his life. And it would stress me out. And I would always try to support him, but in the back of my mind, I didn't want to be mean, but in the back of my mind, I was like, this isn't going to really work for you because he's the type of person that needs stability with what he's doing, and he wants to put in work and then get results out of it. And acting is not that, it's just not going to work for that type of mindset. And so I recently told him, look, you can always have acting as a passion, as a hobby. You can always do it on the side, but I really feel like you should find something that has more direction because I feel like as a person you want to see results and it just makes you really upset when you're kind of a puppet, being, waiting for tomorrow to happen and you're not really appreciating today because he was always like, well, I hope I get something. Well, I hope he was always like hoping for the future, but he was upset in the moment. And I gave him that advice, and I feel like I do that a lot with him. So I go, I kind of push him to really take action with that. And I don't mind doing that. I feel like that's a good thing to do in a relationship, support each other, push each other up, and grow. But yeah, I do feel like I do that more than he does that for me. I feel like I kind of,
that makes sense then. Than what we saw on a scale of 0 to 1,000, and then if you have a 235 point difference, that's different. But I do see another gentleman down the road, and it looks like the end of senior year, definitely the beginning of your master's degree that first year, this gentleman shows up.
Okay.
A better match.
And is
a
this
better
person
match.
for like a better fit?
Oh yeah, yes. This is what they're referring to.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, do you know anything specifically about this person? Do I know him now? Is he someone brand new that I'll meet?
I actually got a yes on that. And it surprises me, actually, because you would think that would not be the case, right? Because statistically, on an analytical standpoint, statistically, that wouldn't be the case. But they're telling me, I got a yes on that.
Wow.
Do you rather know this person? I got a yes.
Is it someone I'm close to, or?
Yeah.
Not really?
I got a yes on that.
Wow.
Oh, I think you certainly do know. Did you just get did you start blushing?
You think you know?
I think she knows. Oh, okay. Well, I got a yes.
Oh, good. You know. I have two people in mind, actually.
Wow. Are you excited?
No, one of them I had a thing with, but I don't really like him right now, but because he kind of ghosted me. But I have two people in mind. One of them is like a really good friend of mine that I've always felt really platonic with, but we have a lot in common, and he's really nice. But I never thought of him more than that. And then there's another one that ghosted me. So I have two in mind.
What does that mean exactly? Tell the listeners.
Oh, it means that, they talk to you and they seem interested, and then all of a sudden they go off. They kind of just disappear from your life and don't explain why, but they kind of just leave.
Kind of
ghosting. Yeah.
Disappointing, though.
Yeah, it is.
I thought ghosting meant when you were having dinner with somebody and you didn't like them and then you go to the bathroom and never come back. I thought that's what it was.
It's that, but at a bigger extent. Cause yeah.
That's funny. Okay, wow, that's exciting because I don't really see a guy that is dropping out of school when you're so serious with school trying to do acting, which you've been around a lot and it's like not so glamorous. That, that is not something that is your dream, man.
No, I hope that we can stay friends, though. Do you see anything, like, is this going to break his heart, or is it going to end badly?
Oh, good.
Okay. Are you going to break his heart? I got to know. Okay. This is interesting. I've not seen this in a reading, Alexandra. He's actually anticipating it. Now I'm going to tell you where he is anticipating it. This is in his subconscious. So it looks like he may be the one to throw the monkey wrench in.
So he's the one who's going to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we are, I want to ask you something because I might embarrass myself a little bit here. We are still talking about this guy that you're going to be meeting, this gentleman who left school and he left the country. Okay. Yes, there's a disparagement that when I talk about disparagement, I'm talking about a divide. I'm talking about an energy or vibrational differentiation. There's the two worlds don't exactly connect. And he's going to recognize that, and he will look elsewhere. He's a nice kid. But he's going to subconsciously pick up on that, and so he'll be the one.
Okay.
You're like a mother hen to everybody. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Because I also see, girlfriends coming to you for advice. Is that so?
Recently?
No, not recently, but in the past.
Yeah.
Was that in high school or something? Okay.
Yeah.
You've really sequestered yourself in your current world because you're very focused, very serious.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good, Alexandra. I'm telling you, life goes super fast, Alexandra, and school will go super fast. I see professors coming up they have a lot of respect for you. I see who they are, and so your willingness and your passion and your devotion to getting it right. That's like, I could say that a lot better, but being at the top of your class actually is your pursuit.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you? Does that resonate?
Her whole life.
Her whole
life she has had to get it right. Her whole life, it's just, if she's going to do it, she's going to do it, be the best. I mean, straight A's the whole, always.
And it's not because I don't have any pressure from everybody else. It's like an inner pressure on myself, which we were talking about. But yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to pick up on a it's a previous lifetime, actually. 2 previous lifetimes, you and Barbara have known one another. And picking up on, yes, I saw that earlier, but I kept trying to test if it was more than 2 lifetimes. Was it 3 lifetimes? So this is the 3rd lifetime. It looks like one previous, I know. Past
Wait,
life,
okay, 3rd.
And 3 lifetimes?
We've known each other, or this is our 3rd? And
is this our 3rd, or have we had?
Yes, it's the 3rd.
Previous.
This is the 3rd. And in a previous lifetime, the 2 of you were sisters. I get a major yes on that.
Oh, I see that. Wow. I see that.
They keep,
because it's a comfortable feeling.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You picked up where you left off each time. When I heard that Barbara connected with Alexandra at the age of 5, they showed me so much. And one of the things that they showed me was reconnection. And I'm going to tell you very quickly, when I do readings, I have found that doing a word search is absolutely amazing. So I'm getting such major confirmation on that. To look up the word reconnection, I mean, it's obvious, is it not? But when you look at the synonyms of a word, they will define this relationship. There will be 1 or 2 words that will leap off the page or leap off the computer screen at you, and it just fills your heart. You don't have to get too analytical about it, but it will reach your heart chakra. It will make beautiful sense to you.
When you were 5, you said that to me. You thought you were kind of being mean to me.
Yeah, I always thought that I was mean to Barbara when I was younger, just because I had problems accepting girlfriends of my dad to get close with him because I didn't want.
I think it was that. Honey, I think it was that sisterly connection. That's what.
Oh.
Oh, really?
This is interesting. Let me test this because they're showing me that the 2 of you competed for the hand of a man in this other lifetime. So isn't it interesting that the strata or that vignette from that lifetime has come forward? But look how you all, connected, disconnected, reconnected, connect, and look, here you are again tonight. And it used to pick up where you left off each time.
Wow.
That's
I
amazing.
know. And I would see her, though. I would see you at the Easter event every year.
Yeah.
And I would always be so happy to see you. But then it wasn't like we ever had a long time to really chat and talk and spend time together.
Wow.
And she comes over here and she just gets into my stuff and organizes it and fixes it. And I'm like, I don't care what she looks at or anything. It's like, just go for it.
That's, I think, my Virgo rising and moon rising. I mean, sorry, not moon rising. Moon and my Virgo and moon and Virgo and rising. Because I'm so organized. I'm like OCD personality sometimes. So I need everything.
I think she's going to get sick of it. She keeps coming back. This is the 3rd time.
Because it's a project. It's like, okay, here, this is the corner we need to make nice today. It's not like, I don't see everything as a big mess. I see, mini projects within the mess. But,
I'm so glad she keeps coming back. But today we're going to have fun after this. Yeah. We're going to go down to the beach and listen to music.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's very nice. The host.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The hostess position.
I was just gonna, yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry to keep interrupting you.
No, you're okay.
I was just gonna ask. I lose my thoughts right away, but I was just gonna ask, who's the older sibling? Is she the older sister or not, or am I the older sister?
Oh, that's a fantastic question. Give me a second and I'll test it. Alexandra, you were in the lifetime where the two. Yes. But let me find out Let me find out what the shift in years were, because what the split was. I'm getting 4 years difference. So look at the leadership that you were leading Barbara in that other lifetime. Barbara absolutely adored you, and she absolutely, and the two of you were, they showed me the word dual. You know, as we would spar over, we would kind of work over one particular prize. Barbara, looks like Barbara won out on that particular gentleman in that lifetime. Yes, and yeah. That was a fantastic question. That was a great question.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, but what you were talking about hostessing, right?
Yeah, it was. They showed me earlier when you talked about this hostessing situation. Not only are you organized, because I picked up on that right away, but yet it's it makes you visible to people, and there's a connectivity there. Are you meeting people who are attempting to connect you with, like, interesting or terrific opportunities?
With hostessing, let me think. Well,
this looks like a very nice place.
Yeah, it is. It's a really great job. I couldn't have gone luckier with, my manager actually is the nicest, and he's just a great guy. He's so social, and he's kind. He's not, demeaning in any way. He's very accepting if I need to take off work for school, or if I want to see my family. He's really supportive, and yeah, I have the best kind of just work environment and work family, I feel like, and I've never had that. I've always worked retail, and I've always kind of hated it, but yeah, this is great, and I've met some
He's a good manager.
He is. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he's very good with project management.
Oh yeah, he knows. He's been working in the restaurant business for, I think, like almost all his life. So he really knows that he's. Yeah.
They're showing me since he was at least 12 or 14.
Yeah.
They call you, and they mean this with a lot of respect. They call you the darling. So you're treasured. But there's a lot of connectivity. I keep seeing people. I guess I could recognizing you, and there's connectivity coming up. It looks like August. Oh gosh, it's already July, so it's next month, like mid-August, August 15th is what they're showing me is when this hat pertains to your connections. But so that just a little fun tidbit there.
Okay, and is that connections within those that I work with, or customers coming in, or
customers coming in? But this gentleman, this gentleman who's very good with project management, he keeps showing me schedules, and he just has a hand on everything, and he is bright. I really like this guy, and he's quick. He's quick. Yes, I really like him. So you just have it's who you're attracting. See, that's why your vibration's high. It's when we have a high vibration, we attract the right things, the right people, and such is the case here. A lot of reward coming in. I'm also going to say this, Barbara, a lot of reward coming in for Barbara too. So just want to throw that in.
Really? Are you reading me? Okay.
It was tossed in there. It was just my friends tossed it in there.
Thank you. I was thinking about
welcome.
that, how excited I was when we talked before, when you're like, it's there, take it. I like that.
Yes.
Knowing it's there, that takes half the battle, just knowing that it is there to take. Okay, that's awesome.
There's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot, Barbara. They're showing me a very special set of blessings. And I have to refer back to whenever I start a reading, especially when I start before Life, Laughter, Happiness, they have my guides, when I say they, and my angels and guides and my beings of 100% divine light have relegated my angel deck to one specific spot so that it's always readily available before Life, Laughter, and Happiness. And the blessing card came up, and it right away Alexandra's name popped up. So obviously we can extrapolate the blessing card to the entire show today and everyone that's here. Obviously everyone that's listening.
Wow. That's great.
That's wonderful.
Okay,
well, what about this manager guy? Do you like him?
Oh my, he's
romantically?
No, he's married. He's 60 something.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just very he's a terrific guy, and I really like his capacity to. He's an excellent operations manager. He knows everything about, like Alexandra said, the restaurant business, and he's a very good judge of character. So he sifts. When he meets someone, he sifts their character. And he also says, when I access him, he says, I know when people are lying to me. And he's very astute with money. He's he's very good with math in his head. So you have a terrific boss.
That's great, yeah. Something popped in my head when you said that he's very good at detecting lies. I didn't lie, but I said I was going to the desert when it was Coachella weekend. I said I was going to the desert.
Well, I guess that's true, right?
Yeah, I said I was going to the desert and I needed the time off. And then when I came back, he was like, "The desert, huh? You mean Coachella?" And he was like, he gave a sense of I knew where you were going.
Wow.
And so that reminds me of him being good at detecting, what's going on. But
do you know what he said to me? He said that you missed out on some good tips. Yeah, I really like this guy.
She didn't want to leave her job. She comes up here to visit every week, but goes down there to work on the weekends. This job meant a lot to you.
Yeah, I don't want to let him down in thinking that I'm not a good
I like
worker.
that.
Yeah,
he notices everything. He's very astute, and he observes well. He doesn't miss anything. If somebody misses something, like, for example, bussing a table, he will, he'll quietly, kind of, he's detailed. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. He will pick up, but he will also kindly advise how we can improve on bussing that table. So he's a fair, square guy, and he has a lot of appreciation for someone that's going to school and applying herself or himself. And so that's a terrific job. This job speaks a lot to me, especially as soon as you were mentioning that you were picking up some hours while you go to school. And so there's a lot of honor and blessing there. So there's that blessing again. It's not me. I'm just a channel, but there's that blessing again.
That's great. Wow, this is a lot of information.
How long will it be before your boyfriend is out romantically?
Oh.
How long? Don't you want to know how long?
Yeah,
approximately?
I'm kind of nervous now, and I feel.
You're the leader.
Okay, you were mentioning to me last week.
Yeah.
You saw it coming.
Okay. So forgive me. We're referring to this gentleman again who left school, and it's okay. Yeah. Well, once again, you're the leader here. It's interesting because a lot of motherly energy comes up again about this. I don't know how you feel about that, but this is why he's returning. Sometimes we have to return to people to see what's shifted, okay? And this is what you and he are doing. You're comparing notes to see where it's shifted. Now, you're much more serious about this. He likes you very much. He wants to see what is there to explore. But the advancement, again, there's a shift on the Edwards scale. If you want me to find out where you are on the Edwards scale, I can, and I can find out where he is. So hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to take a deep dive here. You are at 881 out of 1,000. Let me check on him. Oh, he's pretty low. He's gone through a very difficult time recently, Alexandra.
Recently?
He's gone, yeah, he's pretty, let me check on him. He's gone through a tough time. I keep picking up the word rejection, so I'm picking up on rejection with women. I'm picking up on rejection with school. I'm not school. I wonder why that came up. Cancel that one.
Okay.
Is he in acting classes? I got a yes?
Yes.
Okay, I guess that's why I picked up on school.
I see.
Okay. He's not where he wants to be. He's worried about aging already at the age of 24. It's like he thinks he should have something by now. Okay, yeah. Wow, that was, where I'm picking up a lot of stress with him is out of his solar plexus. And let's see, right beneath the rib cage. Sometimes, I want to tell you quickly, and this is not really, well, this is about the reading, but not so much. When we pick up stress in the body, as a Reiki practitioner, when I access energy fields, or if I have a client in my presence, or I call in the energies of someone, which I will do long distance, I can pick up disturbances in the force, if you will, disturbances in the auric field. And he has a disturbance right below his left rib, just to the left of his esophagus. That's how minute, that's how precise this reading is. It's a lot of stress. He thinks he should be somewhere by now. So I'm going to tell you, because they have shown me this twice now, if not 3 times, be prepared for connectivity. So Alexandra, who do you know that I can speak to, etc.?
Wait, do you mind repeating that? So you see,
Alexandra,
I'm a little bit confused. Yeah.
Be prepared. Alexandra, do you know someone that I can speak to about my career? I think I'd be great at this. I think I'd be great at that. It looks like he's been working out and taking some dynamic courses on, I guess, physical courses, like this is outside my realm of knowledge. So it looks like he's taking courses on action, like action media. Does that make sense to you when I say that? Okay.
Yeah, he's getting into more web design, like marketing, digital marketing, that kind of thing. He's been watching demos on. Yeah, because he's working right now actually for this property management company and helping them out with marketing. At least that's what he's telling me. So.
Okay, so we have that, but then he's taking courses on how to perform actionable events. You can tell I'm speaking way outside my realm of knowledge. It's like action hero, like how to move. What do they call those guys that do all the stunt guys, that kind of stuff?
Oh, okay.
Does that make any sense to you right now?
I didn't know that, but I haven't asked him.
Well, maybe ask him.
Yeah.
So that's very prominent here. Now, I'm going to tell you something. The digital media platform and the web design that you're talking about, I did not see that. I didn't pick up on that. But I'm getting a yes that he is. So when I tested it, I am getting a yes. He's dabbling in it for sure, yeah.
So then what do you see for him in regards to, like, his future in a way with
his proclivity?
Yeah.
Okay, it's zigzag. It's very strong. I'm picking up a lot of it's his vibrations are low. He's gone through a difficult time. He's going to connect with you to see where maybe he can align or connect his job, his dream. So, Alexandra, who do you know? With whom can I speak? Who can I send my resume to or my portfolio to? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, I'm glad he's picking up on this digital marketing, because I do get a yes on that. He's dabbling in it. He seems a little scattered. That's what I've been poorly articulating to you. He seems a little, when I talk about zigzag, it's like, oh, I think I'll do this, and now I think I'll do that. And it's like you and I both know that a future that does not make. And he knows that there's more subconscious coming forward here. So it's, as you've heard people say, in the back of my mind, I know this, this, and this. And this is how he does his whole life. In the back of my mind, I know I should be doing something more permanent. But I don't want to. I want to explore. I want to see if this is going to work. Sometimes when I run it, and I'm not trying to denigrate, and I'm going to talk very general. I'm going to talk like third person almost right now. Okay, you ready? Sometimes when I run across people, they treat life like this. I'm going to throw mud at a wall and see what sticks. And those kind of people, you really can't participate with. I'm not going to pigeonhole him and put him in that. But just be aware that he wishes to reconnect with you. A lot of people want to reconnect with you all the time, Alexander. So reconnect with you and see if he can get his acting connected. And he wants to he wants to see if he can connect that way. The digital marketing, I keep seeing a woman coming up in that. She looks like she's in her definitely late 30s, early 40s. Is this his mother? Is this a relative? You probably don't know.
Maybe it could be. It could be.
Okay, because that's rather strong here, and he kind of has a good time. This friend of yours. So if we go out with this guy, we are guaranteed a very interesting time. But I want you to know that he's a nice guy. He just wants to reconnect with you and see what he can establish for jump-starting this. Can I tell you something? The acting is not a go. It's just not going to be a thing. God bless him, right?
Right.
And I wish he could settle into something.
Does he ever? Do you see anything permanent with him? Is he ever going to find happiness with that? With whatever he chooses? Honey,
yes, ma'am. After 30, after the age of 30, and by that point, look where you are. Okay. Now I'm going to say this about you: you're a sweetie Petey, and everybody has a lot of affinity for you. You have a very stellar career ahead of you. Do it to the 100th power, okay? Do it all the way. Get the master's, get the PhD. I see when you talk about doing family and children, as a focus, I keep picking up children. Obviously, family and marriage and children are, I think, as I know it, are separate categories, and yet there's in the Venn diagram, there's in the great Venn diagram, there's a connectivity, of course. But I keep seeing you with children. But be sure and go all the way through, and that's why I was talking to you about work study. Getting paid on the job while you're studying and taking the courses. Yes, and you go through, and I keep seeing the PhD. So, and obviously, if you're going to go get your MCAT, that makes you the doctor anyway. So I think some doctors do get a PhD. It's not really.
They do, yeah.
Yeah. So, but back to your friend, I can tell that you care very much about him, and he's fun. He's fun, right? Yeah. So have fun. You're going to meet some more people through him. It'll be fun.
Okay, and for him, does he end up finding someone else? I just don't want to like hurt him.
But
the thing is, the last time I broke up with my 7-year boyfriend, and he hates me now, I feel like, because we don't talk at all, and he kind of, stopped talking to me, even though I was really close with his family, and we were together for 7 years. I just don't want that type of relationship to happen a second time, because I do care about who I've dated, even though it doesn't work out, and I just would at least want to have good ties and not burn any bridges with
Alexandria, you're a very nice lady, and you always look out for others. You're welcome, and you always look out for others, and that's very nice. And the reason that 7-year relationship did not work was not necessarily you. Once again, it's a shift of vibration here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be cruel, but would it make sense that he was accessing someone else while you were dating?
I don't know. I
know.
I broke up with him, but I'm not sure if he was doing anything.
Well, he was. Yeah, he was
okay.
looking elsewhere, and let me tell you a little something. You picked up correctly. We aren't going to go, oh, how mean and cruel that was. We'll just set that aside. But what happens is that when we pick up, we have antenna. Okay, you have good antenna. We all have good antenna. Everybody has a good antenna. It's whether or not you want to, turn the channel to the antenna. You know what I'm saying? It's like what channel what radio station do you want to dial into, right? And you were dialing into the right radio station. He couldn't let you find out because you are a winner, and we don't want to let winners go, okay? And his family did love you very much, and they still wonder where you are, okay? So just know that specifically in this case, we can't align any blame here with you. It's because you correctly picked up with your good antenna that there was something different or off or something that wasn't lining up with your ethics.
Okay.
I hope I wasn't being too cryptic.
No.
So
so is it more his silence now towards me is more of a guilt, or what? What's the reasoning? Okay.
I love how you picked up on that. It's actually an embarrassment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's all right.
But see, you always think very kindly of others because what you're doing is you have a certain value system, and your value system is very appreciable, and you apply your value system to others. Well, when we do that, we might miss some of when we strain, or sift someone through our value system, their dodginess will fall through. He was looking elsewhere. He was actually there were 2 other girls that danced through the 7 years. If there was this breakup, it's what happens is in relationships when there's a shift in the vibration, it's not really the smartest thing to do to introduce another party into a relationship because it does change the vibrations. And so your vibration remains, pretty much the same, but there's a shift up and a shift down because it's crosswise against your antenna. And it says, I wonder what's going on, but you're not really saying, in your analytical brain, I wonder what's going on. But your subconscious is saying, alert, alert, red flag, there's something different going on here. And he is lying to you, which changes the vibration. And then if other people are introduced into his auric field, it changes his auric field, his vibration. That's why when people cheat in marriages, okay, you're going to get found out because the one spouse will ask the other spouse, hey, what's going on? And see, that's what you were doing.
Mhm. Yeah, there was something different. That's interesting that you say that. I still have dreams, like nightmares, but I had nightmares with him towards the very, last month of our relationship before I broke up with him, and it was all him cheating on me. And then within the relationship that I'm in now, I have these same dreams, but the person in my dream is my ex, like the 7-year relationship one. His name's Dylan. So it's the look, like it looks like my ex-boyfriend Dylan from the 7 years, but it's within the feeling of the relationship that I'm in now with the most recent relationship. And I know I've had trouble trusting the person I'm with now because of a weird feeling with the past. And I have and it's still showing up in my dream. So I just, to this day,
yeah,
I don't really know how
you
to
know
get
what that
rid of
is.
that because, what is that?
That's a visitation. You are leaving your body and visiting an ethereal plane. Let me tell you what happens. Are these dreams more than just a dream? They're very real. They're super real.
I wake up feeling everything, and I cry, and it affects how I feel too. And with the relationship I'm in currently, I have trust issues sometimes for absolutely no reason because of a dream, or I don't know, and it's I'm not able to trust fully with the guy I'm with now because in my dream, although it wasn't him, it didn't look like him, it felt like it was the current relationship, even though it looked like my ex from so long ago in high school. And
that's your higher self paging you, Alexandra.
Okay.
That's your higher. We are so amazingly made. So this is your higher self. I'm going to ask this question, so just bear with me for a moment. I want you to listen to the question that I'm going to send down, and then I'm going to test it because I was attempting to test this question earlier. Does Alexandra have her id present? No. Does Alexandra have her ego present? No. Okay, what did I just do? What I tell my clients is this, and I've never seen anyone else do this, but Spirit taught me this a while back, and it goes like this. You can't do this kind of work. You can't do any kind of work with ego. So you tell your ego to go sit in the car. I will tell clients, tell your ego to go sit in the car. Tell your id, which is your personality, to go sit in the car. Because there's id, ego, and subconscious. Okay, so I can't find any ego in this reading with you. I can't find any of your id. So when we do that, then we can surrogate our higher self. Your higher self is literally paging you through these dreams or out-of-body. When I ask, is this an out-of-body experience, it's true. It is. I get a yes on that. What you're doing is exiting your body, and your higher self is talking to you. Now, this is a little different than what I've seen in a dream, but this is what they're showing me. You're paging yourself. So you're warning yourself. Trouble ahead. You've been down this road. Yeah. So be cognizant.
So is that because the fear? Is that because the fear that I have of someone cheating on me is real, or is it just something else?
Well, I find that interesting how you ask that, because it is fearful to get cheated on, right? That's just beans and guacamole to get cheated on like that. This is your higher self telling you that this is a possibility. If you'll bear with me for just 1 minute, I'm going to test the possibility in the future with this particular guy that's doing the digital marketing and taking the acting classes. Okay, hold on. I'm going to give you the probability. So hold on a second. Let me test it. So I'm already at 50%. Hold on. I got 71%. Listen, I want you to understand something. So you see the probability is pretty high, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He's not settled. and you're picking up on that. That's your antenna. That's your, we said earlier, I think there was another show, and I think Karen was on the show. I might have listened in or something, and yeah, I think I did listen. It was 1 or 2 weeks ago. And I remember I was kind of testing along with some of the readings and such. And I just want to tell you that in this situation, the probability is going to occur that he will cheat. I want you to know that you can't blame yourself, but that you are an intuitive. And that's what I'm poorly trying to say, is that in that show, and I don't know if I said it or if I was just listening to the show, but you are an intuitive. Everybody's intuitive. Everybody is psychically inclined, but you're a really strong natural at it. So you're picking up on that through your antenna. So that's a yes. Here's something else I'm going to tell you. And this is what I talked to Jonathan about a little bit, is I muscle test everything. And I'm a professional dowser, and I give talks on it. And then afterwards, I do readings for people and stuff. But I think it would really serve you well to learn how to muscle test. I know it would serve everybody on the planet well if they knew how to muscle test. Because you are somebody that's very driven about the yeses and the nos in life. And let's see.
Can I ask you something that I I really want to ask, because she was saying, how do I get rid of this? Remember when you were talking about, was it called cutting the cord?
Yes.
And going through the ritual of that, would that be good for her to research and do that? It's getting rid of the cord that is connected to your soul and your heart to the other individual, and then you go through this and you say things, and it's a ritual. I looked it up. She told me about it. I've been studying it, and it could be a relationship from so long ago that you've never really cut the cord emotionally. Can you tell us how to do that a little bit? I don't know if we have time, but just to touch upon that a little bit. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm going to borrow a little bit from Dale Sellers, and I'm also going to bring in a little bit of my Reiki. I get an incense stick, and I light it, and I go through my silhouette, on the outskirts of myself, and I cut the cords. But what I told Barbara the other day was a Dale Sellers modality. And he said to call in Archangel Michael and to borrow Michael's sword. And so you visualize taking Michael's sword and you cut all around you in the silhouette. And if I actually did this again yesterday, and Michael brought me 2 swords. And so I was kind of like a Benihana moment, just chopping the air all around me.
Wow.
What happened? I know it was a little demonstrative here at my house. The reason that we do that is that it's just like Barbara's talking about. We cut old cords because there are energy cords.
Okay.
And when you do that, then new cords can come in.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's really helpful. I just have one last question for the current relationship I'm in with this digital marketing guy. Has he cheated before? Because he broke up with me near December, like the end of December, January.
Yeah.
I wanted to know if he has done this before, and because I used to have dreams even after a month of dating him, I had really horrible dreams. And
boy.
So I'm just,
You're being warned. You have a great higher self. I mean, everybody has a great higher self, but I admire the tenacity that I'm reading in the energy fields here, that you love yourself so 100% so beautifully that you are warning yourself about what will happen here. So I think we have our answer about digital marketing guy. I mean, we have a probability of him throwing the monkey wrench in. But you said early in the reading that, you like to take the lead and that you will be the leader and the motherly figure here. So you could run with that. They showed me a word when you were talking about, okay, let me tell you I'll tell you quickly, and I think we're probably over time now, but in December, he broke up with you over a matter of convenience.
What does that mean?
It was going to make it easier for him. It was a matter of convenience.
Okay.
It's clear as mud to you, I know. So I don't want to be so forward, but I was shown that it would be easier to break up with you as opposed to keeping you in the picture when there were other avenues to explore.
Okay.
I'm still
why
being
did
cryptic.
he come back?
Okay.
He came back 2 months later.
Well, he was free of that inconvenience. There was another girl. Can you tell I hate to tell you everything?
No, I need
so
to know.
I know. So he broke up with you over a matter of convenience. So if I ask the question, if digital marketing guy is a good liar, he's not.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a no. I asked if he's a good liar, and I got a definite no on that, which is probably why he's not a good actor. And I'm not saying that actors are liars. I'm not. But I'm not saying that. but I'm saying that he's not very imaginative. And I'm not being cruel, but this is what I'm being shown is that it's a matter of convenience because he's not a good liar. And I don't want to be cruel, but he's not a great actor. Oh my God, This just kills me to say all this stuff, but this is what I'm. This is what I'm picking up.
One last question, just because it's on my mind. So was he interested in someone that was new, or was it someone that he already was really good friends with? Because there's someone that comes to mind, and he was best friends with her for a while before me, and then in the relationship, I saw some inappropriate things occur, and I said, look, you have to kind of choose me or her type of thing because it just wasn't appropriate. And then he cut off communication with her, but there were a few times when he lied about things, like talking with her. And then when he cut off things with me in December, January, he reconnected with her. And then since he's been with me now, he's cut off communication with her completely again. And I asked him why, and he said, because I just didn't think it was appropriate to have her in my life when you are, because from what happened from before. But that's weird to me a little bit. Like, I feel like I don't know something like in that area. But I don't know if that's her.
Everything you said I tested as you spoke. I got a yes. The last part where he said, the reason that he gave you why he broke up with her, I got a false on that.
Oh, okay. So So did he? He didn't tell me the truth about why he cut communication off with her. It wasn't.
You are correct.
Oh, okay.
I know. But can I tell you let's put the upside on this. Let's put the positive platform out there. Your intuition works.
Yeah.
So trust it. So I want you. So trust that and run with it.
Okay.
And this is what I tell my clients: if you sense it, it is so. With you, the muscle testing, well, boom, it'll just be boom, boom. You'll know your yes and you'll know your no. I have an article on my website.
Okay.
All right. Well,
on muscle testing.
We went a little over, but
I'm sorry.
did she answer a lot of your questions? Okay. Are you satisfied? Did she answer all your questions?
Oh yeah, I'm more than satisfied. Jasmine, you're really great. So thank you so much for Vanessa. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Jasmine.
That's okay.
Oh, I don't know.
I like being called Jasmine.
I think Jasmine is like my best friend right now. Maybe that's where it came from. Okay. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. I like being called Jasmine.
Yeah.
It's entirely fine.
Thanks,
Well,
everybody.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy 4th
All right,
of
bye.
July. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Goodbye.